Hello there. It's me, Mr. Heaton. You're our teacher. Now, today we're doing something a little different. I normally do art with you, but today I'm reading a story with you. I'm reading The Toys Go Out by Emily Jenkins, pictures by Paul O. Zielinski. Now, I want you to know that I am reading to you chapter 2. So if you've not read chapter 1 with Principal Wilkerson, you go watch that previous video. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Now, if you've read chapter 1 and you're ready to continue, take a seat, get comfortable. We're about to read chapter 2, The Serious Problem of Plasticness. The room with the high bed and fluffy pillows has bookshelves. Plastic never paid much attention to them before, but now she thinks they are interesting. Most of the shelves hold storybooks, but the bottom one has school books on it. Books about animals, the meanings of words, the size of oceans, and the ways of plants. When you've been to school like I have, says Stingray, interrupting one evening as Plastic is looking curiously at the shelves. When you've gone to show and tell and you've seen the classroom and all the important things they have in there, then you know that books are a place to find truths. Truths about what? Asked Plastic. Just truths, says Stingray, positioning herself proudly in front of the books. Like what is 2 and 2? 4, pipes in Lumpy, who was watching the sunset from the windowsill nearby. If we want the answer, explained Stingray, as if she hadn't heard him, we can look it up. Truths like these are in books. That's what you learn at school. If you've been to school like I have. We're all at school, mutters Lumpy, still at the windowsill. Plastic wants to know which book would have that truth inside, about 2 and 2. A book on money, says Stingray. It tells you how to be rich and famous, and how to fill your really big swimming pool with liquid gold, and how to eat expensive chocolates for breakfast, and have breakfasts or banquets for hundreds of your best friends, and swing from chandeliers made from diamonds. And also how to count numbers together, if that's the kind of truth you are after. How is that a truth? Calls Lumpy. Okay, a fact in. Facts are in books. If you've been to school. Coughs Lumpy. I was right there next to you. Don't you remember? Where? At school. Time for bed, Stingray says importantly. The little girl comes into the bedroom and lifts her up to sleep on the high bed with fluffy pillows while Lumpy and Plastic stay where they are. Let's find the book on money, suggests Plastic, when the lights are out and both Stingray and the girl are asleep. Lumpy makes a grouchy noise. Now that it's night and the girl can't see him moving around, he wants to go down the hall and visit Tuk Tuk, the yellow towel who lives in the bathroom. Tuk Tuk always has something interesting to say. She sees lots of strange behavior in her life as a towel, although she doesn't get to get out much. Lumpy particularly likes to hear about the toothbrushing and fingernail clipping, things he is not sure he properly understands. I'm busy, he tells Plastic. So Plastic tries to get the one-eared sheep to look for the money book. Is there anything about grass in it? Sheep wants to know. I don't think so. It's about truths and facts of liquid gold swimming pools. Anything about clover? Probably not, Plastic is forced to admit. If it's not going to be interesting, I'd just as soon skip it, Sheep says kindly. She goes to play marbles with the toy mice. Plastic looks at the books by herself, reading the titles on the spines. One explains the meaning of words, one full of maps, another is about the wonderful world of plants. But there isn't any book on money or gold swimming pools. And even if there was one, Plastic couldn't pull it out from the shelf. Only one book lies open on the floor, so she can read it. A book about animals with pictures and details about how they live, what they eat, and where they sleep at night. Plastic finds a part about stingrays. They live in the ocean and flap their flapper like wings like birds in the sky. She reads about sheep and how their woolly coats get shorn. She reads about mice who are a part of the rodent family. And she reads a good deal about buffalo and how they run around in herds. Oh, she realizes, I can read about plastics. But plastics aren't there. She looks again. They still aren't there. Then Plastic goes page by page through the animal book, looking at every picture of every single animal. None of them looks like her. Ladybugs are round and red, but Plastic doesn't have wings like a ladybug. Turtles are round when their legs are inside their shells, but Plastic does not have a hard shell or any kind of shell at all. Hedgehogs are round when they curl themselves in balls, but Plastic is not spiny like a hedgehog. People say foxes are red, but really they are much more orange. And anyway, Plastic knows she is not a fox. She is not sure she even has a nose. Where are the plastics? She wonders, and calls the toy mice over to help her pull out the book on the meanings of words. The mice skitter over as soon as they are done, leaving Plastic alone with the book. It is called a dictionary. Oh, look, a picture. I think it's the bed. Oh, it's the bed, and maybe that's buffalo under there. She finds the P's and reads plastic, a material produced by polymery something or other, a very long word. But where do we live? Wonders Plastic. What do we like to eat? She reads on. Plastic, capable of being shaped or formed. Also, artificial. Plastic doesn't know what artificial means, so she looks that up too. Fake, says the dictionary, not natural. Artificial doesn't sound nice at all. Plastic scoots under the bed and doesn't come out for several hours. When he gets back from visiting Tuk Tuk, the towel Lumpy finds Plastic and crawls under the bed next to her. Did you know the little girl puts a piece of waxy string in between her teeth every night before bed? He asks. It's called dental floss. I wouldn't want to, no, Plastic didn't know. I wouldn't want string between my teeth, says Lumpy. Plastic is not sure she even has teeth, especially not with wax. Maybe it feels nice, suggests Plastic. You never know until you try. I know without trying. Could it be a cleaning thing, since she does it in the bathroom? Nah, says Lumpy. What could you clean with a piece of string? Plastic doesn't know. All this cleaning, I don't see what it's about anyway, Lumpy adds. Plastic tells Lumpy about the dictionary and how it says that plastics are artificial. Lumpy scratches his ear, turns around 3 times in a spot where he plans to sleep. You don't say what you really think, he says finally. You pretend everything's all right when it isn't. So, that's artificial. What about polymery something or other? Lumpy curls into a ball. It's too late to discuss big words. He closes his eyes. Plastic is the tiniest bit angry. Real buffaloes are interested in other people's problems, she says. Real buffaloes don't sleep when someone's talking to them. I read it in a book. Lumpy lifts his head. His face looks nervous. What do you mean, real buffalo? Suddenly, Plastic feels like she isn't being very nice. And whatever plastics are, she doesn't want to be, or she wants to be a good one. Nothing, she answers. Never mind. Now, this was the first part of chapter 2. If you want to continue, watch the next video. I'm sure it's fantastic. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I hope you enjoyed reading the first half of chapter 2 with me. Thank you, and good night.